Yeah, good morning. Is my voice is audible? Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can scan this QR code for the attendance. All of you. All of you scan this QR code for the attendance.
सर
Yeah.
सर फर्स्ट इंटरनल के लिए ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का
Yeah.
सर्विस क्या है?
Up to deadlock. Okay. Up to deadlock का time. मतलब आपका
ओके
इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट, सीपीयू शेड्यूलिंग, देन डेडलॉक. मतलब कल तक जहाँ तक पढ़ाए थे, कल जो क्लास हुआ था, वो आपका वहाँ तक. Fine. So is it scan all of you?
सर.
And there will be a 1 mark question, 10 question will be there of 1 mark, and 5 question are there for 2 marks. Fine. So total mark after 20 है, and there will be 45 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I think all of you have already scanned this QR code. सबने स्कैन कर दिया ना? कि मैं आज मैं शेयर नहीं कर पाऊंगा व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में. ठीक है. तो इसलिए स्कैन कर लीजिए सब लोग. Okay, so today we will going to start a new topic. Okay, this basically comes under process synchronization. Okay, so before starting the process synchronization, so we will first discuss something about uh, process creation, how we are creating a process, and then when we will create a process, then what additional uh, thing we have to perform. Okay. Yeah. The slide is visible. The slide is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So many of the time you can see we while executing a program, okay, कभी भी हम किसी भी program को execute करते हैं, then we may need a new process to create it, okay. या फिर suppose एक process हम लोग run कर रहे हैं, now to complete this process what may be happen, it may require one more process. So what I will do, I will create one more process P1. Then suppose to complete P1, now I may require another process. So I will create one new process, which is P2. And this process, this creation of process will continue until it required. So best example, if you remember the recursion program, okay, the recursion program, so what happened? So generally I will run the main program. So I will write the main program as a P1, okay. So what happens? So whenever we call a function inside a recursion, okay, it's a function to call करते हैं, then what will happen? So this main program will stop executing. Now this will be create one more recursive program that is name as 2. Okay. Then again, when we run this program, so again there will be recursive call. So once there is recursive call, again this will create a new process P3. Fine. Now this system, this creation of new process will continue up to कब तक चलेगा? जब तक आपका recursion का base condition satisfied नहीं होता, or I can say that will be n number of process, and this will be stopped when your base condition for recursion is true. Okay, so whatever the base condition, suppose n equal to 1, then I will stop it. So it will stop here. Okay, so what we were trying to say here, so now to complete a certain program or task, we may require number of process during its execution. Okay, so that process are basically called child process. Fine. So now this will be act. Now this P1 will be parent process. Okay. Now this will be my child process 1. This will be my child process 2, and this will be my child process n. Okay. Similarly, I can say this C1 is parent for what? It will be act parent for C2. Fine. And similarly, C2 will be parent for some C3. So this system will continue. Okay, so we will have a parent process and we will have a child process. In short, we will talk about only two processes. If I talk about only two processes created, then I say it is a parent process, then I will have a child process. Fine. If it is if parent process is creating, then it will be child process. Okay. The next thing you have to remember during the process, I already said, every process is uniquely identified with the process ID. है कि नहीं, कोई भी प्रोसेस होगा, whether it is a parent process or child process, this process is uniquely identified in the system. How it identified? It is identified with this process ID. Now this parent process will have some process ID like PID. I write PID. Now suppose this PID equal to 100. Now the process ID of P is 100. Now suppose this is also having a process ID. Now this process ID equal to suppose 200. Okay. In a system, so parent is represented by process ID 100 and a child is represented by the process ID 200. Fine. So what actually it's saying, the parent process create a child process. So always the parent process is responsible for creating a child process. Okay. So when it create the other process, it may be create other process, or it may be forming a tree-like structure. Basically, so whenever you goes on creating the new process, so what can be happen? So it can be creating tree-like structure. Find the point to be remembered here, when the process is creating a new process, or you can say when the process is creating a child process, two possibilities are exist. Okay, I can say two possibilities. One, or we can say three possibilities, not three. So what are the possibilities? So we will talk about with respect to their education, with respect to the resource sharing, with respect to the address space. फाइन, तो हम लोगों ने क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं, जब कभी भी एक चाइल्ड पैरेंट कभी भी एक चाइल्ड प्रोसेस को जनरेट करेगा या क्रिएट करेगा, then the that can be changes, or we can say that can be we can compare this parent and child process with respect to three parameters. Okay, the first parameter is your how they are executing. Okay, how they are executing, this is the first parameter. Second one, resource sharing, what resources are shared. Third one, address space. Okay, third one is your address space. Fine. So what execution says? So execution are saying that the both whenever a parent is creating a child process, so one condition of execution is what? Both may execute. Okay, both may execute concurrently. That means now once P is creating a child process C, क्या होगा? Now both P also will run, P also will execute, as well as C also will be execute. मतलब दोनों ही साथ में execute हो सकते हैं. और second condition क्या हो रहा है? In some cases, the parent will wait to finish the education of child. This is the second case. Fine. So these 2 points with respect to education, you have to remember. First point क्या है? Both आपका, whether it is child process or parent process, both can execute concurrently, or can say simultaneously, both can execute. Fine. Second point, what is saying? Now, sometime the parent should wait for a output of child process. On that case, the parent will not execute. Okay, the parent will not execute. It will wait for a child process to terminate. Once this child process will terminate, okay, once this child process will terminate, the parent will start executing. So is these 2 points are clear to all of you? It is clear, these 2 points?
Yes, sir.
राइट. तो अगर एग्जीक्यूट, अगर अभी हम लोगों ने क्या अज्यूम किया है, एक पेरेंट प्रोसेस पी है जो एक चाइल्ड प्रोसेस को क्रिएट किया है, तो अब इनके एग्जीक्यूशन में दो सिचुएशन हो सकते हैं. आइदर आपका पी भी रन करेगा और सी भी रन करेगा. ठीक है, मतलब दोनों साइमल्टेनियसली या कंकरेंटली रन कर रहे हैं. सेकंड कंडीशन क्या होता है, पी विल नॉट एग्जीक्यूट और पी विल वेट. कब तक वेट करेगा? जब तक आपका चाइल्ड प्रोसेस टर्मिनेट नहीं हो जाता है. Fine. Similarly, with respect to resource sharing, resources means whatever resources available. Suppose now this is my P, no? This is my P, process P. Okay, this is my process P, and this is my process C, child process.
Parent and child execute concurrently. Parent wait until child terminates.
Okay, so what the resource sharing
Parent
is saying?
then share child share no resource.
Okay, so with respect to resource sharing, what actually saying, the parent and child share all the resources. That means whatever resource the parent is having, okay, or whatever resources the parent is having, that resources also be shared by the child process. ठीक है, parent के पास जो कुछ भी resources थे, okay, parents, whatever resource the parent is having, that all the resources are also shared by the child process. This first point you have to remember regarding the resource sharing. Then second point, what they're saying, child shares subset of parent resources. So this is case number one. Case number one क्या था? Whatever resources, all the resources, okay, जो जितने भी resources parent के पास है, वो सब child भी share करेगा. Second क्या होगा? Second case may be a subset instead of sharing. Okay, instead of sharing all the resources, so I will allow a child process. So what will we do? Allow a child process to share only a subset of part of the resources. This part of resources, I would say R1. Now, only this part of resources are shareable with the child process. We will not allow to share entire resource of the parent with the child process. This is your case number 2. Case number 3 क्या बोलता है? Parent and child will not share any resources. Fine. That means the parent will have its own resources. Similarly, the child will also have its own resources. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, what happened when we create a child process. Okay, whenever we create a child process, so what happened with respect to your resource set? Okay, so that 3 conditions are possible. The first condition is very simple. That means whatever resources the parent is having, we will allow the child process to also share the resources. Fine. The second point, what they say? Second point say, instead of allowing all the resources, I will allow only a subset of the resources which can be shared among the child. So we will not allow all the resources in this case, second case. So we will allow only a part of resource or a subset of resource to access the child person. The third one says there will be no resource sharing in between child and parent. That means the parent will have its own resource and the child will have its own resource. Fine. This is resource sharing with respect to parent and child. The third one is your address space. So what address space, or I can say memory space भी बोलते हैं कभी. What memory allocation आता है. Fine. Now, first point here said child duplicate of the parent. So, what do you understand by this one? The child duplicate of the parent. Now, carefully listen this point. It was very important. Now, suppose this is my parent process P. This is my child process C. Okay. So, first, in terms of address space, what they are saying, the child is duplicate of parent. That means whatever thing the parent will have, that will also present in my child process. That means if I am having a variable like int a, okay, and int b, my parent process. So what the address space saying? The child will be exactly duplicate of the parent. That means whatever things are there in parent process, that will be also present in my child process. So now child will also have a variable called A and a variable called B. Fine. Now this is called what? Duplicate. The child will be exactly duplicate of parent. Okay, so whatever thing the parent will handling, the child will also have. Second thing, the child has a program loaded into it. That means as soon as you create a child process, the child process will loaded to a program that will start executing. Okay, with respect to the address space. So these 2 points you have to remember with respect to the address space. First of all, whatever the child process you create, that will be exact copy of the parent. That means whatever thing that is present in my parent process, that will be present in my child process also. Fine. Second thing, the child has a program loaded immediately. It will be loaded to the main method. That means it will start executing. Okay. So this is something about what happened when we create a child process. Okay. So then, when we create a child process, then you have to understand its this relation between parent and child with respect to these three different parameters. One is your education. Education है either both can run or one can run and one can wait for other to terminate. Second, resource sharing, or either all the resources can be shared, either a subset of the resources can be shared, or there will be no resource sharing. Address space, the address space is that the child will be exactly duplicate of the parent. That means whatever thing the parent is having, the child will also have the same thing. Fine? Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then how to create a process, child process? Now we basically use a system called fork system. Okay. क्या use करते हैं हम लोग? Now we will use a fork system call. Basically in Unix, okay, in Unix operating system, there is a fork system call to create a process. और in Windows में अगर use करोगे, then create process. Okay, the create process is a system call that will create a process in your Windows operating system. But in Unix operating system में अगर हम लोग use करेंगे, हम लोग कौन सा use करते हैं? We will use fork system call to create a new process. And second thing you have to remember, now to execute system calls should be used after the fork to replace the process memory space with the new program. So once you call this fork system call, now you have to again call it execute system call so that the process memory space will be added as a new program. Fine. Now this fork system call has very significance for creating any child process. Okay, so this fork system call, this is nothing but a function. Okay, this is nothing but a function. Which type of function? System defined function. Now basically it is used to create a process. Okay, and it will take no argument. Okay, it will take no argument and no argument. The argument you can see here, the fork system call. When I use fork system call. Okay, so whenever I call this system call fork, fine. So what it will do? First of all, it will create a new process. Okay, and it will not have any argument type. It will not pass any argument type, and it will return a value. Okay, it will return a value. It will be either negative, either zero, or positive. So I will explain what you understand by the return value. Okay, so I will use a variable called b. Okay, I will use variable called b. Now, what I am doing, I am using this fork system call. So, what this system call will do? It will create a process. Now, suppose Is I'm audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So what happens? So whenever I call this fork system call, okay, so it will have no argument, but it will return some value, negative, 0 or positive. Okay. So variable here उसमें हम लोग store करेंगे. Now first point you have to remember, if it return negative value, if the fork system return the negative value, अगर वो negative value return करेगा, that means the process is not created, or I can say the creation of child process is unsuccessful. Fine. Now what will happen? Now suppose this is my process P. Fine. This is my process P. Now what I will do? Then will the fork V equal to 4. Okay. Now if it is returning, now if it is V ka value, if the V value is negative, then what will happen? It will not going to create any child process. Now this child process will not be created. Fine. Fine. So if V equal to 0, if V returns 0, okay. Now one thing to remember, if it is negative, it is not created. Okay, child process is not created. If it is 0 or positive, if the value of V is 0 or positive, then the process is successfully created. Okay, first of all, the process is successfully created. So suppose I'm saying if V equal to 0, if V is returning to 0, now as I already said, जो कुछ भी आपका, because child is a duplicate of the parent, so whatever thing will be present in my parent process, that will be also present in my child process. So child में भी आपका V equal to 4 रहेगा. Fine. क्या रहेगा? V equal to 4 will be there. Fine. Now what will happen? Now if it is 0, if V equal to 0, if this fork is returning 0, okay. Now this 0 will be returned to the newly formed child process. Now this V will be returned to here. This V will be returned to here. अभी जो value होगा V का 0 होगा तो यहाँ पर होगा. This will be 0. Fine. This will be my 0 for the child process. If it is 0, if it is returning 0, then it is creating a new child, okay, and the value of 0 will be returned to the child process. Fine. If this V is positive, now suppose I'm having a process ID of this one is 100, okay, process ID is 100, and process ID of this one is, PID of this one is 200. Okay, now I'm saying if V is positive, if V is returning positive, that means the child is created successfully. Okay, the child is created successfully, and it will return a process ID of a child to a parent process. That means अब यह क्या करेगा? V अगर positive return कर रहा है तो positive value क्या होगा? It will be the process ID of the child, which is nothing but 200, and कहाँ पर रिटर्न होगा? Now it will be returned to the parent process. Now here V will be 200. Fine. Now here V will be 200. So 3 cases we are discussed here. Okay, we have discussed 3 cases. One is your, if the fork system call is returning negative. Negative मतलब the child is not created. There is nothing to worry about. If negative value आ रहा है, then the child will be not created. Then if it is not negative, the two possibility, either it can return 0 or positive. In both the cases, the child will be created. Okay, both the cases, the child will be created. But if it is 0, then the value is what? Value is returned to the child process. If it is positive, then the positive value will be the process ID of the child process, and it is returned to the parent process, because as we know, the child is exactly duplicate of the parent process. So how I can identify, differentiate between these two? How I can differentiate between these two? Now the only possibility of differentiating between these two is by its return value. Okay, for किसको return कर रहा है? अगर वो 0 को return कर रहा है, then I am saying that it will be your child process. If it is returning positive value, then I am saying that I am in the what? I am in the parent process. So is that clear to all of you?
Sir, can you please repeat it?
फिर से एक बार बताएं.
Yes, sir.
देखो थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग है इसलिए ध्यान से सुनना. ओके, सो लेट मी क्लियर दिस स्क्रीन और लेट मी टेक योर व्हाइट. ओके, नाउ अभी हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा? फोक जो है सिस्टम कॉल था जो आपका प्रोसेस क्रिएशन के लिए यूज होता है. ठीक है, फाइन. नाउ सपोज मेरा ये प्रोसेस पेरेंट प्रोसेस है पी, आई एम टेकिंग पेरेंट प्रोसेस पी. अब हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? अब मैं यहाँ पर b इक्वल टू फोक लिखता हूँ. So what will happen? So as soon as I call this function, so what it will do? Now it will create a child process. Create a child process C. Whatever will be in the P, that will be also in the C में भी होगा, because it is exactly duplicate. Okay, the child process will exactly duplicate. Now child process में भी B equal to एक आपका वो system call होगा. Right? Clear? Is it clear till now? Now what will
Yes,
happen? Yeah. So what will happen? Now there is a three possibility of this fork system call. ठीक है? तो fork system call जो है वो तीन वैल्यू रिटर्न करता है. आइदर वो नेगेटिव रिटर्न करेगा, या फिर वो जीरो रिटर्न करेगा, या फिर वो पॉजिटिव वैल्यू रिटर्न करेगा. ठीक है, ये जो फंक्शन जो वैल्यू रिटर्न करेगा वो तीन वैल्यू रिटर्न करेगा. पहला केस, अगर वो नेगेटिव वैल्यू रिटर्न कर रहा है, अब यहाँ पे कॉल किए, अगर ये नेगेटिव वैल्यू रिटर्न किया, ठीक है, तो इन दिस केस में देयर विल बी ए नो चाइल्ड प्रोसेस क्रिएटेड. दैट मींस चाइल्ड प्रोसेस आपका क्रिएट नहीं होगा. इट विल नॉट गोइंग टू क्रिएट. फाइन, इज क्लियर? इज इट क्लियर?
yes, sir.
Then there is two possibilities are there, which is it will return 0 or positive. Then if it is returning 0 and positive, then the child process will create. Okay, if either it is 0 or it is positive, both the cases the child process will create. The child process will create. Okay, if it is returning 0, if it is returning 0, okay, then what I understand, if it is returning 0, then I understand it is returned to the newly created child process. Now 0 will be returned to this P. समझ में आया? अगर वो 0 रिटर्न कर रहा है, now this fork system call अगर 0 रिटर्न कर रहा है, now it will not return to the parent process. It will return to the newly created child process. Fine. Now if it is returning positive, if it is positive, now suppose process ID of this parent is, I am taking as 100, and process ID of this child will be, newly created child will be, suppose I am taking
200.
as 200. ठीक है? Now last case positive वाला बता रहे हैं. If it is positive, then the positive value will be क्या होगा? Then this positive value will be your process ID of child, which will be in this case 200. Okay. If it is positive, the positive value will be process ID of the child, in this case 200, and वो किसको return होगा? It will be returned to the parent process. So 200 will be returned to the this value of P. Fine. So why it is so? Why it is so? Because now if you look this two process P and C, both are same, because it is exactly duplicate. The process C will be exactly duplicate. That means it will have all the things that will be present in my parent process. So I cannot differentiate between these two. It is very hard to differentiate. Now I can easily differentiate. How I can differentiate? If V equal to 0, then what I understand, where my control, which process is executing. If I'm saying V equal to 0, if the fork is returning 0, ठीक है, अगर fork return कर रहा है 0, तो किस process में हम हैं? Now we are in the child process. If V is having a positive number, okay, then what I can say, I am currently at what? Parent process. Is it clear? Is this clear
Yes,
to all of you? If we remember this thing, if v equal to 0, that means the child is created and currently you are in child process. Because if v equal to 0, then the value of the fork will be returned to the child process. If v is a positive, that positive number will be the process ID of a child and it will be returned to the parent process. And we can say currently we are in the what? Parent process. Fine? Fine. Next thing you have to remember, as soon as the fork system call is executed, okay, as soon as the fork system call is executed, we will start executing all
sir.
the statement. Yes, go on.
सर ये अगर वैल्यू 0 रहेगा तो उसमें भी पीआईडी रिटर्न करेगा चाइल्ड प्रोसेस का।
नहीं, चाइल्ड प्रोसेस का रिटर्न नहीं करेगा। अगर वैल्यू, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, अगर वैल्यू 0 आया, ये अगर 0 रिटर्न कर रहा है ना, ठीक है, अगर ये सिस्टम कॉल, अगर मैं बोला फोर्क अभी क्या रिटर्न कर रहा है, हम बोले कि अब ये रिटर्न किया, सपोज 0 रिटर्न कर रहा है, तो जब वो रिटर्न 0 कर रहा है तो हमको पता चल जाएगा कि ये जो रिटर्न 0 है वो क्या हुआ है, चाइल्ड प्रोसेस को क्रिएट किया है, लेकिन अब इसका जो वैल्यू 0 जो है किसको रिटर्न करेगा, वो रिटर्न करेगा आपका इस प्रोसेस को रिटर्न करेगा, और 0 ही रिटर्न करेगा, चाइल्ड प्रोसेस का आईडी रिटर्न नहीं करेगा, ठीक है। लेकिन थर्ड केस में क्या बोल रहे हैं, अगर वो पॉजिटिव नंबर रिटर्न कर रहा है, सपोज 100, 200, 300, तब वो 100, 200, 300 क्या है, प्रोसेस आईडी ऑफ चाइल्ड प्रोसेस है, और वो किसको रिटर्न होगा, वो किसको रिटर्न होगा, वो आपका रिटर्न होगा पेरेंट
पेरेंट
प्रोसेस
प्रोसेस।
को रिटर्न, ठीक है। चाइल्ड प्रोसेस को तो 0 रिटर्न होगा। फाइन,
यस सर।
क्लियर।
ओके
Okay, let me explain an example. So, अभी example देंगे। Second thing याद रखना, पहला आपको चीज,
So what is the need of process creation? Why we are creating this child process?
as I said, no, if you want to complete a particular program, okay, so program को हम लोग execute कर रहे हैं, okay, in the middle of the program you may need, okay, one more process, okay, one more process to create it. सपोज सब ऐसे, जैसे हमने बताया अभी रिकर्सन फंक्शन में, रिकर्सन फंक्शन में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, जब एक प्रोग्राम मेन फंक्शन को हम लोग रन कर रहे हैं, है कि नहीं, मेन फंक्शन को रन कर रहे हैं, तब एक रिकर्सिव कॉल करते हैं, कि नहीं, तब उस केस में क्या होता है, नाउ दिस प्रोसेस विल स्टॉप हियर, सो इट विल क्रिएट ए न्यू प्रोसेस फॉर दिस वन, इट विल क्रिएट ए न्यू प्रोसेस फॉर दिस वन, okay, so now I will suppose say child process. Now what will happen, so I will wait until this new process is or new child process is completed. Fine, so in short, like किसी भी प्रोग्राम को कंप्लीट करने में you may require number of process, okay, if it is required number of process, you have to create a new process. Fine, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? And the system call, this fork system call are basically used in a Unix system में यूज होता है, जब कभी भी आप लिखोगे then it will create a new process. Fine, so let me explain this thing with an example and it will further clear to you. Okay, suppose there is a program, suppose I'm writing INT, okay, now there is a fork system call, then I'm writing return 0. Okay, so this is my program, okay, this is my program. So what will happen, so when I run this program, okay, when I run this program, now this is my parent, suppose this is my parent program, so this entire thing will be inside this one, so int main, ठीक है, int main, then आपका for सिस्टम कॉल, देन आपका क्या है, रिटर्न 0. फाइन. सो पहले यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया हम लोग. आई विल स्टार्ट विद मेन प्रोग्राम. आई विल स्टार्ट विद द मेन प्रोग्राम. फाइन, आई executed this. Now next हमको क्या है, now as soon as I encountered a fork system call, so what will happen? Now I'm assuming that it will return 0 or positive number. I'm not worrying about negative. If I'm saying negative, that it will not create it. I'm saying it will create a process. That means either it will return a 0 or positive number. Yes or no? Okay. So what I'm saying now, if child is created, child is successfully created. If the child is successfully created, so it will return either 0 and positive number. Fine. Now suppose this process ID. Now let me give the process ID. Suppose this is 200 and this is also having the process ID, suppose 100. Now what will the child will have? Child will also have same thing. This part of the code will be present in the child. ठीक है, ये तो आपका रहेगा ही रहेगा. इसके अलावा एडिशनल भी हो सकता है जो आपको जरूरत है, लेकिन इतना तो पार्ट रहेगा ही रहेगा. फाइन.
Yes, yes.
Clear? So whatever code we are having in parent process, जो कोड आपका था parent process में, वो child process कॉपी कर लेगा. सब कुछ जितना भी वो कॉपी करेगा ही करेगा. इसके अलावा और अगर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा आपको चाहिए child process पे, it can be added. But whatever is present in my child process, that will be also present in my whatever is present in my parent process, that will also present in my child process. Fine. Now, if I am saying now it is created. Now I am assuming the child is created. Now either it will be returned 0 or it will be returned some positive value, that will be 200. Okay. Why it is 200? Because the positive value will be the process ID of a child. Fine. Fine. Now suppose it is returning 0. If I am saying if it is returning 0, so what I understand, now this 0 is returned to this fork system. ठीक है. क्यों यहाँ रिटर्न किए, हम लोगों ने बोला था अगर वो 0 रिटर्न कर रहा है, और दिस 0 विल बी रिटर्न टू द न्यूली क्रिएटेड child process. If it is 0, now this 0 value will be returned to this fork value, इस fork में. ठीक है, child का जो process था उसके fork value में रिटर्न होगा, and it will start executing just immediately below the statement of fork system call. So it will start executing from this line. So what will happen? Return 0, that means it will end the program. So it will complete the program. Fine. If it is returning 200, अगर हम बोले 200 रिटर्न किया, ये source system call क्या कहता है 200, then what I understand, this 200 is returned to this fork system. Okay, this fork call. तो हम presently अभी कहाँ पर है? Now presently we are in which process? Parent process. If it is getting the positive value, then I am in the parent process. Okay, I am in the parent process, and where the execution will start? The execution will start just below the fork system call. So I will start executing from here. So when I start executing from here, it returns 0. So parent will be complete. Now is it clear what is happening?
Yes, sir.
Now it is clear. Now if you assume that there is one more fork call here, now you tell me how many child process are created. Now in this case, in the previous example, only one child process is created. Okay. If there is a 2 fork calls, then how many child process will be created? Yes.
2.
2.
Sir, one child only.
One child only. Okay, the concept is clear.